Hey y'all, so I am kind of disappointed because my microphone is not working. It's doing a lot of crackling in the sound audio. If you guys know how to fix that, I tried to look it up and I couldn't really figure it out. So right now, I'm just going to talk into my laptop and say, screw it. Hey, that works too. But yes, we're back in Austin. And today, I actually got in a discussion with my mom about how the topic of meaning and suicide. And one thought that was going through my mind and that I want to talk with you guys as well is just about people's reasons to live, right? I don't know the exact quote, but Nietzsche talks about any man can any man with a why can withstand a how. So any pretty much if you have a reason for living, you're gonna go on living. And Viktor E. Frankl, so the author of Man's Search for Meaning and a psychiatrist who went through the Holocaust, reference that's a references that a lot. It talks about how life gives us our meaning of how we walk through it as well, and not that whenever we create our own meaning and our own hope, let's say, that we are often disappointed. One of the most poignant scenes I remember from A Man's Search for Meaning is whenever uh, Victor is talking with another prison member, and this prison member had a dream, and he dreamed that on March 30th that the Jews would be saved and liberated from the camp. He says, okay. So they're waiting, and March 29th comes, and the man starts getting sick. He's very, he's getting really sick. And March 23rd, day of the supposed liberation, they there's no one liberating in the camp, and he falls falls bedridden and unconscious. And on March 31st, he dies. And I found it so poignant just because it shows you that whenever a human being loses hope or has a specific desire for the future and has linked that desire with their meaning of life. So for him, he had a desire to be liberated from camp because that would give him meaning to keep living on, because then he would be out of the camps. He'd be free. He'd be able to go back to where he back to the life he had before, or what he thinks would be the life he had before. But whenever that desire is not filled, and you put your desire into the slot of meaning, well, if that desire isn't filled, like in his circumstance, he literally wilted away a, a day before, became bedridden the day of, and then died. So, going back to the Nietzsche quote, he didn't have a reason to live anymore. And it was because, in my eyes, it was because he had a desire of in replace to his meaning and his will to live, instead of what Viktor E. Frankl talks about is finding the meaning from within life. So not asking what the meaning of life is, but ask, what is life asking of you? What is life right now in your current circumstances is telling you to do, what you need to do, and how to do that. And you're not going to be able to understand that question if you don't understand your consciousness as well, and perpetually reviewing and understanding what you value, and constantly reviewing what you find valuable on a periodic basis as well. So that's the big takeaway, is making sure that your reason to live isn't based on a desire or that you have put into the future, or else that will easily break apart, and then you're left with, well, a hollowness and absolutely no reason to live. Now, that's in the Auschwitz camp, but I think it is very applicable to everyday life. So, this meaning of life is kind of where I want my book to be as well. Talking about how Kaizen, continuous learning and growing, and for yourself and others, love and values can help teach a person how to believe and how to find their own meaning in their life. So, more on that later. I'm not that far into the book, so still think about the ideas, but hopefully one day I'll be able to give it to you. And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. You know, hope is a gift. If you if you receive the gift, then be grateful that you received the gift. If you don't, then you keep going on. It's not odd. Hope is not a desire that you need that will be fulfilled all the time. I don't know if that made sense. And what I'm trying to say is don't expect hope. Be grateful when it happens, but don't be surprised if it doesn't. There you go. That was it, boys. That was it. Anyways, that's it for the night. I gotta go to bed and go to work tomorrow. So y'all have a good night. All right. Bye.